Hi, I hope that you're well. This month, Booktober, we're doing book clubs. And for our first book, we are reading Beartown. Now, Raquel, I know that you said that you weren't able to get Beartown, so you're kind of like skipping out until like the middle of the month when we start reading our next book, Girl in Translation, which I should probably request because my library doesn't have it, so it will have to come from a different library. So actually, should we do that right now? Let's just do that really quickly. But I just wanted to say that I will make it very clear when I am talking about the book and if I talk about any spoilers. Other than that, it's going to be a very just broad talking because I am actually not that far in at all. I am on page 25, so not much has happened yet for me in my reading journey of Beartown. But what I will say is that the writing is very beautiful. So obviously a lot of that comes down to Frederick Backman's writing, but I also think that Neil Smith deserves some praise for translating this book into English and having it still keep like a very lyrical beauty, because I think sometimes when it comes to translating stuff into different languages, I'm not very fluent in anything other than English, but I would think that a lot of words would have very like niche meanings and it might be hard to translate it into another language and still keep like kind of this beautiful style and keep it in the author's style of writing but in a different language. I would not be able to read the source material in the original language, which I think is Swedish if I'm correct. There's a lot of laptop today, I guess. Yes, he's Swedish. Just reading the first 25 pages, I am loving the writing. It's taking me personally a little bit to adjust, but I have been reading fantasy books and horror books for the last month, so it's just about getting into more of the literary world and headspace. Okay, all right. I've requested Girl in Translation. Hopefully that will be around before the middle of the month and after I finish this. The first chapter of this, and this is not going to be spoilers, like here, if I'll hold it far away, this is the first chapter. I could probably read this without being copyright struck. You could probably, Raquel, go on to like Amazon or something. You know, they have like the preview book sometimes. I wonder if they have the first chapter, because if it does, you should definitely go take a little read. Or maybe don't if you think you might get a little bit of feeling left out going on. I'm not far enough into this to really comment on it. I'm getting to know some of the characters. This book is set in a very small town whose hockey program, like youth hockey program, is very important to it because there isn't much else really going for the town. It's kind of in the middle of nowhere. And so we're about to embark on the journey of some big event from chapter 1 happening during hockey in this town. And I don't think that any of that is spoilers. I think I would probably say just as much if I was giving a full review of this book. So I'm excited to read more. I'm hoping my brain will let me really hone into it because it is very like literary style, and again, I'm on fantasy brain. But so far, so good. And I've got a bunch of other books on my TBR, so I'm hoping if this one goes well that I can really start digging into some of his other work. But that is going to be all from me. I hope you guys are well, and I will see you here next Tuesday.